Eaton tips it back. Ricky Green walks into the front court, angles off to the right. Karl Malone holding wide right, guarded by Oakley. Good matchup there. Two power forward deluxe. Pass in deep. Michael Jordan the steal. Michael Jordan into the front court. Jordan out to the left. Quick drive to the left baseline. Takes Hansen to the hoop. Reverse layup is in. Michael Jordan around Mark Eaton with a right-handed reverse. Bulls need to get off to a good start.
It looked like Hansen was going to post Michael up first play. That may be the end of that. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe. Here's Malone with the ball to the right, trying to get it to Hansen, and Jordan all over him off the ball. Shot clock at 11. Eaton out high against Waiters. Lob for Green in the left corner. He comes up shooting short. Rebound tipped off to Malone, and he dunks it. Karl Malone dunked right on Earl Curitan. Drove Earl right into the hardwood. 2-2 tie. Steve Coulter in the front court for the Bulls. Outside left is Charles Oakley. Oakley holding on Malone. Waiters has it head of the key. Right side, Steve Coulter. Shot clock at 10. Oakley low right against Malone. 6 to shoot. Out to Coulter. Coulter open. 18-footer. Rimming. No. Rebound Curitan. Dumps the ball for Waiters. Fadeaway shot and rimming. No. Rebound Karl Malone. Outlets the ball to Ricky Green. Jazz burn it up. Tripucka in from the left side. Lays it up. Got it blocked. Oakley clears it. Michael Jordan the block. Here is Steve Coulter coming back for the Bulls, who are looking to get the lead. Earl Curitan down low right against Tripucka. Gets double teamed. Off to Oakley on the right wing. He had it knocked out of bounds by Karl Malone with 12 on the shot clock.
Jazz are doubling the pivot man now when Mark Eaton is away from them. They're doubling, trying to get them to kick the ball out and around.
Oakley will trigger in the right corner on the sideline. 12 on the shot clock. He comes in to Coulter. Curitan with the ball top of the key. Tripucka on him. They were teammates last year in Detroit. Coulter head of the key, 4 to shoot. Oakley's turnaround shot low right short. Ball on the deck, knocked away, loose. Tripucka trying to save and does off of Oakley. No, he didn't. Tripucka was standing at it.
I want to tell you, the shot selection the Bulls have had has been caused by Eaton's presence on the team. They're trying to take quick shots, fire it up.
Oakley looking to inbound on the bounce to Coulter in the right corner. Out front, Earl Curitan plays it left to Jordan. The outside jumper by Michael. Rims out. Rebound tipped away and out of bounds. Who gets it here? The Bulls keep the ball. 10:09 left to go in the quarter. Well, the Bulls have an opportunity here to keep the ball till it goes in the hoop. Oakley looks to inbound it. Foul line extended left. He comes in to Jordan. Michael Jordan on the drive against Hansen, down the lane. Michael Jordan, and the Bulls have the 4-2 lead. Went right at him, and stuffed right through him. Ricky Green off to the left. Green holding on Coulter. Here's Tripucka, foul line jumper. Charles
Tater Harrison scores table. Tater Harrison scores table.
Michael in the front court, out to the left against Hansen. Jordan backs to the three-point stripe, over the top to Curitan, in deep, Earl against Eaton, laced up, got it, blocked, ball tipped out to Utah. Ricky Green has it. Green pushes it up on the break, down the lane, kicks to Malone. Malone in deep, shoots on Waiters. No, Michael Jordan, the Bulls rebound. Here come the Bulls back the other way. Jordan into the front court against Hansen, having trouble in the dribble, hooks it to Oakley in the right corner. Charles fires, missing. Rebound tipped by Curitan out of bounds.
Utah. 067. Michael Jordan, 2 shots. One in reverse spin under the basket over Eaton, and the other slam over him.
4-2 Bulls, and out to the left, Ricky Green, who played almost 3 minutes. Green is standing dribble to the left. Here's Tripucka out front against Curitan. Bounce pass into Malone, low right. Turnaround shot missed. Eaton tips it to Malone. His shot blocked by Jordan. And out of bounds to the second block. He had 6 last night.
He's got a steal, a block, a slam, and a reverse.
He knows the Bulls need to get off to a good start here tonight. It would be easy to come in stagnant. Coulter outside to the left, a standing dribble against Green. Shot clock at 12. Coulter on the drive against Green. Lays the ball up and in. So it's the penetration of the 2 guards, Jordan and Coulter.
Michael pulled away and all eyes went with him.
Outside left is Tripucka, guarded by Curitan. Tripucka on the drive, in from the left, scoops the shot. He's averaging 8.5 points a game this year for the Jazz. Steve Coulter controlling to the left against Green. Oakley has it out high right. Charles shoots it up, missed it. Rebound long. Oakley gets it in the right corner as the Bulls keep the ball. Michael Jordan with it right side against Hansen. Doug Collins calls a play. Michael Jordan, 15 to shoot, gives it up to Oakley wide right. Over the top to Jordan. Michaels turnaround baseline right jumper is short, cleared by Eaton. Eaton's outlet pass weak, loose. Malone gets it though. Malone on the drive, in on Coulter, feeds Hansen. 6-6 tie. 7:45 remaining in the quarter. Steve Coulter controlling for the Bulls outside left against Ricky Green. Coulter a standing dribble at the three-point line. Michael turnaround shot, missed, tip, nope, taken out Tripucka. Tripucka on the drive into the front court. Tripucka top of the key, right side Ricky Green, back to Tripucka, down the lane he goes, and a foul call as Kelly Tripucka took it off of Granville Waiters.
With the foul, number 31, Granville Waiters. His first Chicago team foul.
Tripucka gets the pass from Green and goes down the lane. Draws that foul.
Kelly Tripucka outside to the left, a bouncer into Malone. The hook is out.
Tripucka.
It's an 8-6 lead. 7:15 remaining in the opening quarter. Michael Jordan with the ball to the right corner. Hansen takes a stab at it. Jordan holding in the corner. 13 to shoot. Jordan against Hansen. His 18-foot shot is in from the left.
Waiters tackles Jordan.
There's the forgotten man, right?
Went right to Eaton's man.
Here's Green, left of the key, backs it out. Shot clock at 17. Ricky Green standing dribble against Steve Coulter. 12 to shoot. Here's Tripucka, open shot, foul line.
That's what he can do when you're coming off those kicks, getting a quick pass, he can pop it in.
10-8, Jazz a 2-point lead and 6.5 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. We have a timeout. Next dead ball. Coulter with the top of the key, spins it left to Oakley. The outside jumper by Charles.
Basketball number 34, Charles Oakley.
Hit with that outside shot last night, and he hits his first one tonight. The game tied at 10. Green feeds Tripucka on the left wing, guarded by Curitin. Tripucka holding left, a lob into Eaton. Now to Green, left corner shot. Ricky Green. Charles Oakley. Waiters fight each other for the ball. Oakley saves the play to Coulter. Somebody get it up. Just barely beat the 10-second count. Coulter with the running. Coulter with the key, right side Oakley. The outside jumper is good on the right wing.
Oakley.
Next time he'll drop that shoulder and drive to the hoop. 12-10 Bulls. Tripucka on the left wing. Tripucka against Curitin. Working to the baseline. The bouncer inside to Malone, and a legal defense on Steve Coulter.
And a little defense warning charge to Chicago. And a legal defense warning charge to Chicago. And timeout is taken by the Jazz.
12-10. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Visit American Savings for all your financial needs. Whether you need money to spend or need to save money, our friendly staff will give you the personal attention you deserve, and your money is insured by the FSLIC up to $100,000. American Savings, your partners in money management.
Hey Jim, any way we can not hear those other guys talking? This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Bulls for the entertainment and non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction or other use of this program without the express written consent of the Chicago Bulls, WMAQ Radio, and Sports Vision is prohibited. Friday night from Phoenix, the road trip continues, remember, and the broadcast on WMAQ at 8:10 Chicago time with Jerry Cook's pregame show, and then the simulcast on Sports Vision at 8:30. Utah with Eaton, Malone, Tripucka, Hansen, Green. The Bulls have Waiters, Curitin, Oakley, Jordan, and Coulter. Tripucka to inbound it. Foul line extended right. He flips it into Ricky Green. Green coming left the dribble. Left corner, three-point try. Hansen is out. Utah leads it by one. Coulter on the Bulls right corner. Works left against Green. Coulter outside left, now to Oakley. Left of the key. Charles feeds it right side to Jordan. Baseline right, lean in, pump, banked it in.
Michael Jordan.
Has 6. Just skip through a double team and get that shot. Michael had a feeling he wasn't being Green holding left now. The ball got touched and out of bounds. Colter outside.
Technical foul.
Technical foul on Karl Malone.
We have a technical foul charged to Karl Malone.
Michael Jordan through the line to shoot the tee.
Well, he threw an elbow down here as the ball was shot out of bounds.
Michael Jordan shooting the tee.
Michael Jordan hits the free throw. 7 points for Jordan. The Bulls up to 4:50 left in the quarter. Doug Collins calls a play out. 18 seconds left on the shot clock, and Charles Oakley will inbound it. Foul line extended left in the front court. A lob to Jordan, low left. Pivot foul on Bobby Hansen. Hansen didn't want Jordan to get free, although
Personal foul committed by Bobby Hansen. He picks up number 1, first Jazz team foul.
Ricky Green picked and made the steal. John Paxson getting ready to come on for the Bulls. 4:47 left. Pax with 24 last night. By the way, yes, that was a regular season high, and that was also his career high. He had 23 against the Celtics last year in the 3rd game of the playoffs in Chicago. And for some reason, 25 was given. Paxson off to the right, turning on the dribble, takes it baseline right, pointing hook with a right hand and out. Kelly Tripucka blowing in on Michael Jordan, reverse layup, no. Currington up court to Paxson. Here come the Bulls with a 3-on-3. Paxson peels off to the left side. Here's the Granville Waiters. Paxson with the ball now, right side. Shot clock. Shot right baseline. Up court, Green. It's a track meet in Utah. Green to Hansen.
Boy, they run that break well. That's what we talked about, the speed of this club. Hansen flying down the court. Gets the pass. Nice pass from Ricky Green. Go and Paxson hit the ball, but I guess he got part of the hand. And John Stockton now comes in and replaces Green. And I know they're sitting over there on the bench. Jerry Sloan's probably saying, well, Michael's got 7, but Hansen's got 7.
And Hansen on the line. He leads the NBA with a 94% free throw mark. He drops the free throw in. Mike Brown ready to come on for the Bulls, who now trail by a point, 16-15. John Paxson in the front court, pressured by Stockton. Utah hasn't played since Saturday. Bulls, of course, playing last night in Seattle. Right side, Jordan, 10 to shoot. Michael guarded by Hansen. Michael on the move, baseline right, double team. Bounce pass under to Oakley. Charles in deep, laid it in. Got worked around Mark Eaton and got the layup. So the Bulls beat the overplay. To the Jazz. Stockton on the move, baseline right, shoots on the run, missed it, but a foul on Paxson. John Paxson picks up the foul on a minor brush. Second foul on Paxson. Oakley out. Mike Brown is in.
Well, he picked up his second foul, Jim, and as you mentioned, the minor brush, but Hansen got the layup and a 3-point play out of it. Now this guy comes to the line, he can shoot the eyes out of it.
And he hits the first one. Stockton with another one. Stockton averaging about 7.5 points a game. The second one rims in, and Utah leads by a point. Michael Jordan brings it up for the Bulls. They've got Thurl Bailey at the scorer's table. 18-17 Utah. 3:35 left to go in the third. In the first quarter. It seems like it's the third. Here's Jordan on the walk to the right. 10 to shoot. Hook pass into Currington, low right. Currington turnaround. Stockton comes back to get the ball and strolls into the front court. Stockton off to the left. 14 to shoot. Stockton against Paxson. Bounce pass inside. They play it to Malone. The jump hook is missed. Rebound tipped out to Hansen. He fires it up and in right to the Hansen has 10, and Utah leads by 3. 2:58 left to go in the quarter. John Paxson in the Bulls front court. Paxson left of the key, shoots a 22-footer right through. Paxson nails his hoop from the outside, and the Bulls are down by one. Stockton's pull-up shot is good left of the key. Paxson in the Bulls front court, spins on Stockton. Pax off to the right side, 18 on the shot clock. Paxson drives in from the right. Hey, look at Eaton standing in the lane, and Waiters is out left of the key. Here's Paxson back, pull-up shot out front. Rimming, no. Mike Brown the rebound, powers up, missed the layup, gets his... Eaton the block. Tripucka up court, pass stolen by Michael Jordan. Jordan takes it back in from the left, around Tripucka. There's Eaton, pull-up jumper, no good by Michael, and the rebound raked down by Mark Eaton. And now John Stockton brings it up with a pass to Hansen. It's loose. Hansen still trying to track it down. Picks it up to the right, shoots a three-pointer. No. Granville Waiters, the Bulls rebound. Out to Jordan. Jordan in the front court with 1:55 left in the first quarter, and Utah leading by 3.
Well, Hansen standing all alone in three.
Currington has it wide right, shot clock at 10. Waiters with a ball top of the key. Off to the left is Jordan, 6 to shoot. Michael in the lane, dumps it to Waiters. Pull-up shot right baseline missing. Rebound Currington, jump hook won't go. Rebound Tripucka. Here come the Jazz. Stockton burns it up on the drive. Ahead to Malone for the dunk.
A runaway truck that trip. That was the mailman at his best.
24-19 Utah. Paxson in the front court, guarded by Stockton between the circles. Jordan with the ball out to the left. 9 on the clock. Michael Jordan double team, pumps a pass to Waiters, open shot right of the lane, that's no good. Rebound Hansen out to Stockton, here they come on the fly. Stockton in on Paxson, low right, nearly lost it, feeds Malone off his hand and out of bounds. Timeout taken with 59 seconds left. Timeout at Utah 24, the Bulls 19. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network. Overtime, Milwaukee, Philly. Indiana beat Washington just like we said, Reds. We got an ID after the fan club. All right. Yeah, they're real awesome. If they were awesome, they wouldn't be 7-7 with the best talent in their division.
At home, they are awesome.
Sponsored by Continental Bank. In attendance at tonight's game are guests of Kent Benson located in section 25 in Kent's Corner. Those special guests tonight are Kearney.
Catch the excitement of Bulls action when you join the Coke Chicago Bulls fan club. For $10, club members receive 2 tickets to a home game, plus official Bulls merchandise, a team picture, and even a membership card. Get all the details in a registration form at participating store displays where you buy Coke or at the Bulls information booth at Chicago Stadium. Brad Sellers in the game. He hands it inbounds to Steve Coulter, who is on. They've got Darrell Griffith in the lineup, and Thurl Bailey is also in. Michael Jordan is out. Coulter on the dribble. Jordan is still in. Here's Coulter off to the right side. Jordan has it top of the key. Michael takes it left on Darrell Griffith down to Corzine, top of the circle. 8 to shoot. Corzine against Benson. 5 on the clock. Left side Jordan. Long outside jumper by Michael is in to beat the shot clock. Michael Jordan with 9. The Bulls trail by 3. 32 seconds left in the quarter. Stockton starts it out to the left to Tripucka. Stockton with the ball left against Steve Coulter. Stockton to Tripucka outside. Jordan a near steal. Tripucka into the lane and a foul call. Let's check the foul. Foul is on Steve Coulter. That's his first. Let's pause for station identification on the Bulls Network.
Team foul number 4. First foul of the 2-minute period. First foul of the 2-minute period.
Come on, Kelly, Kelly.
On the inbounds, pass. Trapuka held it to the left, lobbed for Benson, and lobbed it over his head out of bounds, so the Bulls have it. 15 seconds left on shot clock. Steve Coulter in the front court, guarded by Stockton. 8 seconds. Coulter lobs for Jordan in the right corner. Michael double team, 4 seconds. Jordan dumps it for Coulter and he tipped it up and drew the foul. Good play by Steve Coulter.
He drove the lane and he is going to get to the free throw line.
The foul on Trapuka was his first, and it was a shooting foul.
2 seconds on the clock. Michael comes on and Pete Myers comes in now in his 2 seconds. And Coulter knew Michael was getting attacked in the corner. He broke down the middle, caught the ball, and flipped it up in one motion as Kelly Trapuka fouled him. So Steve gets a couple there.
Coulter in and out of the first free throw line. 2 seconds left on this quarter. Coulter came in 9 of 11 free throwing on the season. Second shot, good. Watch the pass up court to Griffith and watch him load for 3. They come to Bailey in the backcourt. Down to Stockton, he throws it up from the timeline over the top of the basket. After 1, it's a 2-point game. Utah 24, the Bulls 22. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Matt Ballin and Randy Wynn are tonight's Seiko Shoemax shootout contestants. Direct your attention to the animation board where you guys are ready, get set, go.
Yeah.
If we have time to do it now, I'd say.
1-0. The longest 20 seconds in history. 5 baskets made east side by Matt Ballin. Now check that animation board and see what your gift is. The Utah Jazz Seiko watch run by Matt Ballin. Congratulations, Matt. Everyone's winner, Utah Jazz Seiko Sports Watch. I know you guys please accept a dinner from Amarena Cafe. Tonight's ticket back is sponsored by Fred Meyer. Your ticket stub is good for $5 off any new transfer prescription when used within 30 days of tonight's game at any Fred Meyer pharmacy. Check page 131 of your pharmacy. You got a Jazz sticker on that page. You want a gift package topic and so on.
Jim Durham with Johnny Kerr here in Salt Lake City. And Reds, I understand, in northern Indiana tomorrow night, a big night of Bulls activity.
That's right. WCMR and the Chicago Bulls want to invite you Bull fans to Chicago Bulls Night, and that'll be at Gooby's Restaurant in Elkhart, Indiana from 6 to 7 o'clock. And Dave Rosengard will be there. He's the Vice President of Marketing and Broadcasting. Billy McKinney, who started at Northwestern, played with the Bulls and played in the NBA, assistant coach, special assignments. He'll be there. They'll be on hand to discuss the 86-87 Bulls, and that's WCMR Chicago Bulls Night, Gooby's Restaurant, 6 to 7 in Elkhart, Indiana.
Okay, here we go to the second quarter. Steve Coulter brings it up. It's Sellers, Brown, Coulter, Pete Myers in the lineup, and Corzine. Coulter in the front court. Coulter guarded by Stockton, right of the lane. Corzine, 15-footer in and out, and rebound Daryl Griffith. Jazz burn it up. Griffith brings it down right of the lane and comes up shooting. Around and out, and the rebound to Brad Sellers. He hands to Steve Coulter. Again, a hoop ties it for the Bulls. 11:35 left in the half. Here's a pass into Corzine, low right, back to Coulter. Down the lane he goes, scoops the shot. No, got an offensive foul called on Steve Coulter. 2 fouls on Coulter.
There's a foul committed by number 22, Steve Coulter. Offensive foul, his first. Correcting his second.
Stockton starts it off to the right to Thurl Bailey in the Utah front court. Inside pass, foul on Pete Myers. Trying to prevent the pass from getting into Daryl Griffith.
They threw the ball out of bounds again. They've really thrown it out, but that time Pete got caught holding Daryl Griffith down low.
First foul on Myers. And the first team foul, of course, in the Bulls in the second quarter. They've got it in play. Stockton, left side, Daryl Griffith. Here's a pass inside, knocked away. Pete Myers comes away with a loose ball. Pete Myers brings it up for the Bulls. Looks for Steve Coulter and drops the ball to it. Coulter into the front court against Stockton. Coulter outside left. Quick drive to the left baseline. To the hoop, got clobbered, and a foul called on Benson. Steve Coulter shoots 2, but a good sign seeing him attack the basket.
That's right, Jimmy. A little more active now. Steve Coulter going to the hoop. He picked up 2 free throws just before the quarter ended, and now he goes around Stockton and up and ran into some big people down there, but he'll be at the free throw line for another one. That was Kent Benson with his first. He's a tough, strong forward.
Just about every one of their forwards you would speak of would be
Yeah.
described that
Yeah.
way. How about Thurl Bailey?
Tough, strong forward.
How about Karl Malone?
Tough, strong.
Maybe the toughest, right? Coulter hits the first free throw. And he also drops the second one in, and the Bulls are back even at 24 with 10:58 left in the half. Right corner, Darrell Griffith. Dancing on the dribble, pressured by Pete Myers. Low right is Scurry, who's in. Turnaround shot with a left-hand miss, but a foul called. Kerry Scurry went with a left-hand shot over Sellers. Picked up the foul.
Kerry Scurry went down towards the baseline, Jim, and then came back and went with the left hand. And if I'm not mistaken, he's a right-handed shooter, isn't he?
He is, as far as I know.
He came
I
back.
have seen 2 heights listed for him. In the NBA guide, it says 6'9". On their roster, 6'7". Which do you say?
I don't know. We saw him play Quentin Daly last year, and he looked like he was 6'9".
Yeah. Scurry misses the first free throw attempt. This is second-year player out of Long Island.
We got Kerry Scurry and Del Curry and Thurl Bailey, and boy, you're going to be in problem with that one.
Man, they may get carried away. Full court pressure by Utah. Sellers in the backcourt has picked it up. They still got the press on. Ahead to Mike Brown. Bulls beat the press. Brown in the front court. Boy, they swarm him and steal the ball. No, it was Griffith who knocked it out of bounds. Joey Crawford gives the ball to Utah, but it was Griffith who last touched it.
Couldn't have been any.
See,
There it is, off
Darrell
his
Griffith
hand.
knocked the ball out of bounds as the replay showed it. But Utah in the front court. Thurl Bailey's 20-footer, rimming, no, rebound Corzine. Off to Coulter. Here come the Bulls back. Steve Coulter brings it up. Down the lane, had it knocked away from him, out of bounds on the dribble. The Bulls keep it with 18 on the shot clock. You gotta like the way Coulter continues to attack the hoop.
Yeah, he's moving that ball up. They went up the tempo a little bit here, and he has done that.
That's what John Paxson was doing last night in Seattle. Push it up, take it inside the foul line. Coulter with the ball in the left corner, takes it out on the wing on the dribble. Now Mike Brown head of the key, right side Sellers. Brad with a fake in the lane, short jumper, in and out, rebound Scurry, outlets to Stockton. Stockton pushes it up on the drive, feeds it right side. Griffith, 15-footer, no good, right of the key, and over the top, out of bounds. The Bulls have it. 25-24, Utah by 1.
Team is ripe. They've been sitting here for a couple of days. Of course, the Bulls traveling in here after that game last night. Got to be a little bit tired, but
You would think. Coulter brings it up. Charles Oakley ready to come in. Coulter in the front court against Stockton. Coulter out to the left. Offensive foul called on the Bulls down low. Foul on Sellers. Brad Sellers picks it up off the ball. That's his second foul. Mike Brown out. Charles Oakley back. Earl Curitan at the scorer's table. Stockton walks it into the front court. Utah nursing a 1-point lead. Stockton between the rings has picked it up against Coulter. Wide right is Scurry, guarded by Sellers. Back out to Stockton, and now Griffith against Myers, behind the back bouncer into Benson. Turnaround shot low left, partially blocked by Corzine, cleared by Oakley. Off to Coulter. Steve Coulter comes into the front court. Coulter on the move, top of the key. Down the lane right side, spins in, turnaround jump. Partially blocked, ball cleared by Benson. Gets it off to Stockton, up court, Scurry, dug away by Coulter. Pete Myers has it now. Myers spins out of traffic on the dribble in the backcourt. 9:10 left in the half. Coulter in the front court. Not pretty, but it's a 1-point Utah lead here. The Bulls hanging tough. Here's a pass into Myers and an over-the-top foul on Darrell Griffith. Darrell Griffith's got his hands full with Pete Myers.
that's right. They don't know. Pete Myers every day in practice has that tough job of going out and playing Michael Jordan, and he is getting better and better as a defensive player. But that time he went and posted that young man.
They've got Mark Eaton back in the lineup now. Bulls have it in play. Earl Curitan out front. Curitan comes left, gives to Coulter. Left corner shot by Steve is in. Steve Coulter drills the outside jumper. He's got 7 points in the game, and the Bulls lead by 1. Stockton feeds Bailey in the left corner. He fires no. Long rebound tipped away by Stockton. It's still loose in the air, and Griffith gets it off to the left. Left corner is Thurl Bailey in the lane, running hook. Rebound knocked around, still loose, still loose. Eaton saves it. Back outside Griffith. The three-point try by Darrell Griffith is no good. Rebound, Scurry dumps it for Bailey. Missed the layup, but drew the foul. Thurl Bailey is on the line. Earl Curitan the foul.
Well, you know that Darrell Griffith's going to hang around the three-point line. He's going to look for that shot. Somebody's got to be to him. And when that ball goes high off the rim, you better be ready to block somebody out. And Thurl Bailey that time got a nice pass underneath, gets a little flip over the head. And from
Bailey, a 76% free throw shooter, drops the first one in. That ties the game. Michael Jordan comes in. Steve Coulter out. Good job by Steve Coulter.
Yes, nice job by Steve.
Looks like Elston Turner be unable to go again tonight. Doug has not gone to him. Bailey's second free throw is in. Utah pressing after the two made free throws. It's a 1-point Utah lead. Pete Myers in the backcourt. Trap. He dribbles out of it. They knocked it away. Myers drives into the front court, though. Stockton knocks it out of bounds. The Bulls keep it with 17 to shoot. Charles Oakley will make the inbounds pass. Oakley looks to bring it in. Comes in to Corzine. Curitan has it on the dribble, top of the circle, right side Jordan. Michael against Griffith. Michael Jordan at the foul line, jumps the pass left to Pete Myers. He fires, nope. Rebound Corzine, his follow-up shot, banked it in from the left baseline. Dave Corzine with his first hoop, and it's a 1-point Chicago lead with 8:06 left to go. Karl Malone ready to come back for Utah. We're in the first half here in the Salt Palace. Stockton walks into the front court, guarded by Myers, top of the circle. John Stockton, right corner, Darrell Griffith against Jordan. Michael knocks it away. Griffith gets it way off to the right. Lob for Bailey. Bailey down low right, 6 to shoot. Turnaround jumper. Got it. Darrell Bailey hitting the shot over Oakley. Delay of game warning against Utah. The Bulls with the ball down by a point. Michael Jordan walks it up. Darrell Griffith puts some pressure on him at the timeline. Jordan in the front court. Wide left is Oakley. Dave Corzine, right side Myers. Shot clock at 12. Pete Myers swings it left to Jordan. Michael with 8 to shoot. Shoots a 20-footer left of the circle right through. Michael Jordan with 11. And the Bulls lead by 1. Stockton right back to the Jazz. Right baseline shot. Griffith is around and out. Rebounded Charles Oakley. Michael Jordan walks it up.
Oak wants to throw the bomb every trip. You know, there's sometimes you got to hit a guy coming out of the backfield.
He did. Here's Myers in the front court. 10 to shoot. Right side Oakley. Charles on the drive down the lane. Dumps it left to Corzine. A pass intended for Jordan. Knocked away. Still loose. Corzine gets it. 4 on the clock. Jordan in from the left. What's the call? Joe Crawford with a foul call.
We have a timeout. A timeout taken by the Jazz. Timeout.
On Scurry.
Foul called on Scurry. And a timeout taken. 6:52 left to go in the first half. Bulls by 1, 30-29. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Prescriptions, a complete home improvement center, a garden center, and more, all under one roof. That's why there's always another good reason to shop up.
Tell you what, Jane, if we're going to have this here, we might as well watch it, I guess. If we're going to have this here, we might as well watch it. Oh, it went out?
Mark.
Oh, well.
Hey, Mark.
Is there any way we can get it off the table? That's their problem. We don't really need it here. It's just taking up space.
Who was the foul on when they put that play underneath? They threw the ball in over his shoulder. Scurry threw it over his shoulder.
Yeah, it was. I got Curitan with 1 foul. How many do you have?
Yeah, that's it.
We here.
Which were distributed at the door and for sponsoring tonight's halftime. And once again, tonight's music sponsored by Continental Bank. Back in for the Jazz, number 32, Karl Malone, and number 14, Ricky Green. Along with number 20, Bobby Hansen.
Don't forget, after the game tonight, you can be in contact with Johnny and I on WMAQ 591-6767. That's the number to call on the post-game show. Tonight and every night on WMAQ. Bulls leading by one, half the ball to put in play. Charles Oakley will inbound it. Carl Malone is back and Bobby Hansen back along with Ricky Green for Utah. John Paxson back on for the Bulls, and he angles off to the right of the dribble. Paxson guarded by Ricky Green, shot clock at 15. Pax picks it up outside Jordan, 11 to shoot. Michael Jordan around a Corzine screen, top of the circle jumper, nicks the front of the rim. It comes out to Corzine, left corner Oakley. Charles shot blocked out of bounds by Carl Malone, and he took out a guy in the first row.
But Charles was falling backwards on that shot. He wasn't even collecting. He was going to put it up.
Well, you want the fake right there.
Yeah, right there. And now Charles put that left shoulder down.
Bulls have it in play to Jordan. Curitin with it. Between the circles, he hands to Michael Jordan. Jordan to the right against Hansen. Jordan's turnaround shot from the right, got it knocked around. Curie the steal. Up court he plays to Hansen on the break. Jump by Malone. Karl Malone running the floor, gets the jam, and Utah leads by one. Utah shooting under 20% from the field in this quarter, but not with shots like the last one. That will increase. Malone shoving Oakley off the ball. Jordan holding to the right, lobs it into Charles, 7 to shoot. Oakley wheels on Malone, turnaround shot missed, tip good. Earl Curitin. Curitin with his first hoop, and the Bulls back up by one. That's what happens with shot blockers. Sometimes they don't have the best rebound position. They're so intent on blocking the shot. Karl Malone holding wide to the right. Oakley on him. A lob into Eaton. Low right. Back out to Malone. Malone right of the lane. 15-footer. Good. Malone has 10 and averages 17.1. 33-32. Utah by one. Paxson controlling for the Bulls right side. Scurry takes a stab at the dribble. Outside Oakley. Left side Corzine. He shoots the long one. Banked it in.
Off the wall.
Dave Corzine with 4, and the Bulls up by one. Ricky Green controlling for Utah. Karl Malone with the ball right side, puts it on his hip, and off the ball we get a whistle.
MJ.
Foul on Jordan following Hansen through.
Got caught behind that big Mark Eaton screen, it looked like.
First foul on Jordan.
See him behind that screen, and boom. Uh-oh, I better get through here.
They get it in play to Green. Scurry with it left of the key. Scurry dumps it down low to Malone. Jump hook, missing. Dave Corzine, the Bulls rebound. And dribbles out to clear traffic and hands to Paxson. John Paxson in the Bulls front court. 4:52 left in the half. Michael Jordan in the right corner. Lobs for Oakley inside. Got his shot smothered by Eaton. Up court to Ricky Green on the break. Feeds Hansen and he dunks it. 12 points for Bobby Hansen. And Utah leads by one. John Paxson outside left, guarded by Green. Paxson with 11 on the shot clock. Shoots the long one from the left wing. Around and out. Mark Eaton the rebound. Green peels back to get it now. Brings it up on the drive. Green works left around the Scurry pick. Works into the corner. Ricky Green now out front, top of the circle. Right side is Scurry. Green with it back with the three-point stripe to the right. Guarded by Paxson. Shot clock at 6. Green lobs for Eaton, 5 to shoot. Eaton's left-handed hook, rimming, no. And Earl Curitin, the Bulls rebound off to Paxson. Again, a hoop puts the Bulls in front. Paxson to the front court. 3:50 left to go. Bounce pass to Jordan. Michael's turnaround jumper rims in from the foul line. Michael Jordan has 13, and the Bulls lead by one. Here's Green right side. Walks it out between the circles. Hansen holding the ball off left of the key. Hansen against Jordan to the left baseline. Hansen in the left corner. Outside left is Scurry. Back to Hansen. Dumps it into Eaton. Left-hand hook, low left. Missed it. Oakley the rebound. John Paxson brings it up. Paxson off to the left side, guarded by Ricky Green. Pax gives to Curitin. Curitin baseline left. Wide left, Corzine. The long jumper, good. Corzine on the left wing. Corzine with 6. 38-35 Chicago. Green in the front court. Straight up dribble off to the left. 3 minutes left in the first half here in the Salt Palace. Green lobs it into Malone, low left, back to Green left corner. He comes up shooting and hit it. Green with his first 2 points of the night brings Utah within 1. Michael Jordan in the right corner shoots the long one, good. A 2-point field goal by Jordan from deep in the right corner. He's got 15. And the Bulls keep the 3-point lead. Green starts it with Karl Malone way off to the right. Mark Eaton has it out high right. Eaton looking backdoor. Right side, Ricky Green, 12 to shoot. Down low right, Malone. On the cut by Scurry. Popped away. Ball loose, out of bounds. Who has it? Utah keeps it, and a timeout taken with 2:23 left to go in the first half. It's the Bulls 40, Utah 37. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network.
To participate in the Continental Bank Break the Piggy Bank halftime. Stick around at halftime. We shall have a lot of fun.
Boy, I don't understand. I don't understand Utah. I really don't. Maybe I don't, do I not know the game at all? I mean, they look awesome.
I think
Where are they weak?
this guy might have to play some more.
He's
To
coming
give
back
him a
in.
little speed. The other guy, Griffins, that's all he wants to do is fire out.
Well, the Bulls will return from this grueling 2-week road trip to take on Alex English and the Denver Nuggets on Tuesday at 7:30. And as a bonus, the first 10,000 fans receive a Bulls pennant courtesy of J.B. Robinson Jewelers. Then next Saturday, the Milwaukee Bucks are in for the first time. And the first 10,000 fans receive a free cup courtesy of Halo Advertising. Tickets for these games and all Bulls games available at Chicago Stadium box office, all Ticketron locations, or charged by phone by calling 853-3636. And remember, too, Bulls are still taking season ticket applications. As far as the Sweet 16 plan goes, though, that will be discontinued after December 12th. So you just have a few days to act on that.
Make it a Christmas present.
That's right. 8 to shoot. They lob it under to Malone for the dunk. Karl Malone off the inbounds pass with a two-hand jam, and the Bulls' lead is 1. Malone went right up over Oakley and jammed it with both hands. Outside to the left is John Paxson. Paxson guarded by Ricky Green. Corzine head of the circle. 8 on the shot clock. Low left is Oakley. Wheels on Malone in deep. Double fake. Lays it out. Eaton blocks another one. He just blocks him flat-footed. Ricky Green cracks the whip on the break. Hanson's fadeaway shot. No good left baseline. Rebound Corzine. Out to Jordan. Here come the Bulls back with a 3-on-2. Jordan feeds Oakley in on Eaton. Eaton blocked another one, but a foul call this time.
Oh, Charles has to learn. Charles has to learn. Michael's telling him there's a guy behind her. That big guy is there. Look for somebody at the foul line. Now, when Michael he gets the ball down low, it goes up to the hoop. Charles went up and tried to go with the left hand, and it's a foul on Eaton.
Looked like a clean block on the TV replay.
Yeah, it sure did. But when Charles posts up, he's got to look for Corzine right on the free throw line.
Or get Eaton to commit and reverse your layup.
He doesn't
something.
commit. He won't leave his feet.
Yeah. Oakley's free throw is good. Charles has 7 points in the game. The Bulls lead by 2. We've got 1:47 left in the half.
They don't like to get out of that position. They're so big, he and Manute Bol, they get that hand up, Jim, and all they can do is block the shot on you. They're not going to come down.
The second shot by Oakley. That's also in, and the Bulls are back in front by 3. Ricky Green up the floor in a hurry. Turns on the dribble off to the left, guarded by Paxson. Left corner, Bobby Hansen. Back outside, Green. Right side, Tripucka. Hook pass for Eaton, low right. His right-handed hook missed. Rebound. Malone missed the follow and the tip, but he was fouled by Oakley. Charles Oakley commits the foul. Oakley with his first foul, and Karl Malone, a 56% free thrower, will be on the line.
Well, they let the big guy go with the right-hand hook. It bounces off the rim. Everybody up. Michael Jordan just misses the block on it. It comes up short, and then Malone tries to reach over the top and does. Taps it up, and Oakley commits the foul.
Malone's free throw is good. You know, he's always in the 50% range with his free throw shooting, although last year he was about 53%. But against the Bulls, I think Malone has always shot well from the line. The second attempt. Missing. Oh, he almost went in as that ball crawled all over the rim. 2-point Bulls lead. John Paxson brings the ball up court, guarded by Green. Minute 22 left, first half. Paxson off to the right side, leans over the dribble. Paxson on the move, right of the key, 10 to shoot. Paxson has picked it up, lobs it into Oakley, low right, turnaround shot, rimming, no, and a foul on Karl Malone. That's his first. Charles Oakley shoots 2.
Karl staying downtown, trying to draw fouls, and he did that time on Malone.
You know, they run that backdoor play where they exchange Jordan and Oakley, and you know who's got to pick Karl Malone? Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
And boy, did he hold the screen. Oakley on the line. Pushes the first one short in the front of the rim. Oakley has 8 points tonight.
In this kind of a game, you need all the points you can get.
Minute 12 left in the half. Oakley's second one. That's in. Bulls by 3. Ricky Green up the floor. Green right side, standing dribble, wide right Hansen. Low right is Malone. Flip pass inside Oakley, the steal. He tried for the over-the-shoulder pass, and then Malone kicks the ball out of bounds, trying to re-steal it.
Good job by Charles down there alone.
Here's John Paxson bringing it up for the Bulls, who lead by 3. We're inside of a minute for the first half. 55 seconds left. Paxson on the move to the right. Shot clock hits 12. Paxson has picked it up outside Oakley. 20-footer by Charles. Drilled it from the top of the key. Oakley with 11. The Bulls by 5. Ricky Green off to the left. Whips it right side to Hansen. Wide right is Tripucka. Tripucka holds on Curitan. Eaton has it out high. Bounce pass into Malone. Jump hook in traffic. Partially blocked. Ball loose to Jordan. Bulls have it. Michael Jordan walks it out. They'll slow it down. Shot clock at 19. 8 difference. And John Paxson in the front court. Paxson between the circles, takes it left against Green. Bounce pass into Oakley. Charles with a spin move and another shot block. The block was blocked by Eaton. Here is Green on the drive, and he is fouled as he drove into the lane. Ricky Green fouled by John Paxson, and that is 3 fouls on Paxson.
Charles, get the shot block. Ricky Green comes up, goes left, goes right. It looked like the ball popped right up. Michael looked like he hit it. It popped up into his hand, but Pax's going to leave the game now as Coulter comes in. They said you can't come in now, but there's 2 free throws, so he will get in.
Ricky Green hits the free throw.
And watch the pressure now, guys. Watch the pressure.
12 seconds left as Coulter finally comes in to replace Paxson.
Now, if I was Corzine, I wouldn't stand underneath that basket down there. I'd be in the corner.
Green hits them both. 12 seconds. Curitan inbounds to Oakley. Oakley in the backcourt. Had it knocked away from him out of bounds to Utah.
Can they do that? They know they're going to pressure you right away, and the ball is in the backcourt with the big guys messing around with it.
20-second timeout taken by Frank Lake. They'll run a 3-point play off this.
You know, Jimmy, this game, points are coming as hard as Hen's team. My word. Throw the ball in, and the big man, Curitan, was in the backcourt along with Oakley, and they're double team trying to get out of trouble, and it's got to be to your guard, and again, your guards have to go and take that ball from those big men.
8 seconds left in the half, 45-42, the Bulls a 3-point lead. They might work a 3-pointer off the inbounds, or watch them the alley-oop to Malone, which is what they worked before, but they don't have the angle here.
And they got Hansen and Tripucka, who are genuine 3-point shooters.
Eaton is in Provo.
Now watch out, Dave. Don't get called for
legal
defense.
They get it into Tripucka. Hansen has it back to Tripucka. Baseline right, turnaround jumper, good.
Berger.
Just like old times, 3 seconds left. Bulls get it in play to Curitan. Curitan dumps the ball off to Jordan. Michaels 20-footer out front, no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway, and the Bulls lead is 1. It was 5, and now it is 1 because they frittered it away in the closing seconds of the first half. It's the Bulls 45, Utah 44. We'll be back and recap this first half after we stop for these messages on the Bulls Basketball Network. Different with your shot.
Simply on table, everybody. We'll find out who got the most right and who picked up the $2 bill. Once again,
I don't know where these cords are going to.
Yeah.
Utah with a couple of hoops in the closing seconds, 4 points in the closing seconds, cuts the Bulls lead down to 1 at halftime at 45-44. I'll tell you what, Johnny, this game I thought coming in here tonight had all the makings. If the Bulls were ever going to get completely destroyed and wiped out in a game, this might be it, because they're coming in after an overtime game last night. A lot of guys had to play a lot of minutes last night for various reasons, and I felt they were really ripe for it. Utah been sitting here for a few days, but that's not the case. The Bulls right in it.
Yeah, the Bulls are shooting very poorly, and of course a lot of it has to do with Mark Eaton back there. He scares you out of so many things. But I think the Bulls got hurt when Johnny Paxson came in, got 2 quick fouls. Now he's got another one on him and really had to go back to the bench. Steve Coulter did chip in with 7 points, which was 7 that we haven't seen from Steve for a while. So that has really been good. But when Mark Eaton comes up and somebody said, Mark, do you know Charles Oakley? He said, do I know him? Why, in Utah, we had lunch together.
He blocked 4 of Charles' shots unofficially in the first half. By the way, Boston beat Denver tonight by 6, 119-113. But the story there, Larry Bird missed the game because of a strained right Achilles tendon. But Danny Ainge, a career-high 34 to lead the Celtics to win. And in overtime, Philadelphia over Milwaukee tonight, 115-110. We'll be back with an edition out of the NBA Journal after we stop for these messages on the Bulls Network.
Stand up and cheer. And don't forget, Coke is the best way to cool down after a hot game. So have a Coke and enjoy all of the Jazz action. Catch the wave. Coke. Now bigger things come in even smaller packages. CCNI Coke presents Kodak, the 8-millimeter modular digital system that includes monster camp.
What are we going to do in that other segment where we would normally have highlights? Well, it's time for a weekly check of the NBA leaders in various statistical categories. And, of course, leading the NBA in scoring, the Bulls' Michael Jordan averaging 37.6. Quite a healthy lead over Alex English of the Denver Nuggets at 28.6. As for the rebound leader, that department belongs to Chicago as well. Charles Oakley at 12.9. Bill Laimbeer is second at 12.3. The field goal percentage, Charles Barkley of Philadelphia shooting .667 from the field. Ricky Pierce of the Bucks at .622. And John Paxson of the Bulls is tied for 10th at .552. As for free throw percentage, we're watching the leader tonight, Bobby Hansen of Utah at .935 from the foul line. Chris Mullin of Golden State at .926. In the three-point field goal percentage department, Detlef Schrempf of the Dallas Mavericks at .643 and Michael Cooper of the Lakers at .529. Magic Johnson of the Lakers leads the league in assists, 11.5. Sleepy Floyd of Golden State at 11.3. Steals leaders, Alvin Robertson of San Antonio and Clyde Drexler of Portland running 1-2. Robertson at 388 and Drexler at 294. Michael Jordan of the Bulls is 7th in steals at 2.50. Block shots, we're seeing the leader tonight performing like his statistics prove him out. Mark Eaton at 4.79 and Hakeem Olajuwon at 4.08. As for the leaders in road attendance, this is hard to believe. The Chicago Bulls are hot on the heels of the world champion Boston Celtics as the top draw in the NBA on the road. Boston at 17,749, the Bulls at 17,160, and Houston at 15,346. Teams winning at home and how this year. Milwaukee and Atlanta unbeaten at home, 8-0 for the Bucks, 7-0 for Atlanta. Denver on a long road trip, but a fine road record or home court record at 8-1. The Lakers are 8-1 in the Forum, and this Utah team coming in tonight, 7 wins and 1 loss. Bulls lead the Jazz by 1 at halftime, 45-44. We'll be back in the Salt Palace with more after these messages on the Bulls Network. Reds, we're going to come back in this segment. We don't have highlights or anything. We're going to talk about upcoming games, okay?
Okay, what do we got upcoming?
Well, we got the Phoenix game on Friday.
Yeah? Okay.
That's a Sports Vision game. Then we've got the San Antonio game on Saturday. That's Channel 32. Then we go home. We can talk about that homestand, Denver. That's no problem, Johnny. We can do it, you and me, you know?
Okay.
Jersey beat, no, Detroit beat Jersey 7-6. Doesn't matter, you tell me. Sounds good to me. Who's first, Utah? All right, we're going to come back with Utah leading scorers on the screen, right? Right out of the box. No table shot of us. All right. All right.
Did you get the
You
same?
give good direction, Jim. The Bulls clinging to a 1-point halftime lead here in Salt Lake, 45-44 over Utah. Scoring leaders in the game, Karl Malone leads the Jazz with 13 points. Bobby Hansen has 12, including a 3-point field goal. They're the only two Utah players in double figures. As for the Bulls, Michael Jordan with 15 in the first half and Charles Oakley with 11. And they're the only two Chicago players in double figures. Well, then the ball game here in the Salt Palace this year that Utah lost, it was the game to the Atlanta Hawks, and it was by the score of 97-88. I would say, Johnny Kerr, with a 45-44 score up there, the Bulls are at that pace. If you hold this Utah team, you got a chance.
That's right, Jimmy. You've got a trade-off here, and I'm sure they're talking about it in the Utah locker room. Hansen with 12 points in the game is more than offset the damage that Michael Jordan has done with his points in the game. So I'm sure they're pleased with the job Hansen has got to guard him, and he's also been able to come up with some pretty good field goals himself. Now Malone was 6 out of 13, but I thought, didn't he make 4 slam dunk, gorilla dunks? So from the field, he
2 on the break and 1 on the alley-oop.
He's not been that effective of shooting, and neither has their entire team. So take away those block shots. You can't take away those block shots. They're going to be there. You know Mark Eaton's going to be there, but you got to be aware that he's there, and you got to be able to kick the ball out. There's no sense posting up and trying quick shots if they're not good ones, because the quick shot's no good if you're going to miss it too. So the Bulls have their work cut out for them here.
Bulls have had their work cut out for them on this road trip, that's for sure. And the road trip will continue on Friday night in Phoenix, where the Bulls play the Suns. And remember, the simulcast at 8:30 Chicago time, Sports Vision with the game at 8:30. And then on Saturday night, the Bulls conclude the trip in San Antonio with a 7:30 simulcast on WMAQ radio and Channel 32. Then the Bulls come home. They've got the Denver Nuggets right away on Tuesday night. Then it's another trip into Atlanta to play the tough Atlanta Hawks, and then Milwaukee back-to-back. If we thought that this week is a tough week for the Bulls, next week may be tougher.
Well, this has been a long trip, and as you mentioned, it's not over. We'll be in Phoenix tomorrow. We'll be waiting. Phoenix seems like they're all charged up, a running team, and they should give us some fits. And of course, San Antonio wants to take a little revenge. The Bulls beat them in the Chicago Stadium early when Mike Mitchell got a bunch of points. However, Mike, I don't believe, will be with them. I think he's still out with that injury. But you know, Artis Gilmore will be waiting for us down there.
One thing the Bulls are learning, I think, on this road trip, because of the big crowds that they've had, is how to play with poise down the stretch, and that's going to help them should they make the playoffs in the spring.
Got to eliminate the errors in the second half, Jimmy.
Okay, the Bulls with a 1-point lead on the Utah Jazz at 45-44. The biggest Chicago lead in that first half was 5. The biggest Utah lead was also 5. We'll be back with third quarter action after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Out here in the Salt Palace.
Michael, of course, was injured last year when the Bulls were here. Here we go. Third quarter underway. John Paxson gets a start and brings it into the front court. Paxson outside left, guarded by Ricky Green. Dumps it into Michael Jordan, and a foul on Bobby Hansen. Hansen picks up his second foul. Came before the shot. First team foul, of course, on Utah. And the Bulls will inbound. Foul line extended left. Oakley calls a play. He'll bring it in, guarded by Malone. Comes into Granville Waiters. Earl Curitan off to the right. Curitan on the dribble right of the circle. A bounce pass to Jordan. Turnaround shot no good from the right, and the rebound went out of bounds to Utah. Charles Oakley going for the rebound. Looked like got poked in the eye some way. Really misjudged the ball as it came off the backboard. Utah with a chance to get the lead. Ricky Green outside left against Paxson. Off the ball.
Charles just ran right over the top of Tripucka.
Oakley with his second foul. First team foul on the Bulls. Tripucka will inbound it. Foul line extended left.
That's why I wonder why more guys don't do that. Get in front of a guy that's charging at you. Ball back.
They have it in play to Tripucka. Down low right, Karl Malone. Malone dishes for Hansen. Running layup missed, and Charles Oakley claims the rebound. Oak covers up, hands the ball to Paxson. Still the Bulls up by 1. Paxson in the front court, off to the left against Ricky Green. Paxson on the dribble right around an Oakley screen. Pax with 12 to shoot. Gives to Curitan out between the rings. Curitan coming left. Picks up the dribble. 8 to shoot. Oakley in the left corner. Malone knocked it away and out of bounds to whom? To Chicago with 5 on the shot clock. Charles Oakley from the left baseline. Looks to bring it in. He comes into Michael Jordan. 4 on the clock. Jordan baseline left, comes up shooting in and out. Tip, no, Curitan. Ball tipped out to Ricky Green. Earl Curitan missed a point blank tip. Ricky Green scoops it into the other end and they have the lead.
Hurting that ankle.
Bobby Hansen limping a little bit. He fell down trying to guard Michael Jordan. The Jazz a 1-point lead. Boy, the Bulls had an opportunity that last trip. Here's Jordan right of the lane, in the lane, fakes, bounce pass left to Waiters. 12-foot jumper, no good left baseline. Ricky Green the rebound, and the Jazz out of there on the break, 3-on-2. Green dishes for Hansen, off to Malone. He lays it up, around and in. Karl Malone with 15, and Utah leads by 3.
We have been beaten on a fast break so many times tonight, and that has put the points on the board for this club.
48-45 score. Paxson in the front court for Chicago. Paxson off to the right around a Curitan screen. Paxson turning on the dribble right of the circle. Shot clock at 8. Paxson on the move right side around a Waiters pick. In deep reverse layup. Nope. Rebound Curitan lays this one in. Earl Curitan, who missed a tip a moment ago, caught that rebound and just pushed it back in. 48-47. 1-point Utah lead. Thurl Bailey ready to come for the Jazz. Outside left, Ricky Green gives to Tripucka, top of the key. He shoots it in. Oh yeah, he's in a real slump. Tripucka with 8, 50-47. Paxson controlling for the Bulls. Jordan has it way off to the right. Paxson with a ball back. On the move left around a Waiters pick. Left corner Oakley. Charles on the drive underneath. Lost control of the ball going up. Ball loose. Utah out of there with it. Bobby Hansen has it. He slaps it in front of him on the dribble. Feeds it left to Tripucka, and he lost it out of bounds. Utah turns it over at times trying to force the break.
And they were right out. They were forcing it right down our throat. Good thing they did turn it over. Now they're going to come a little more offense here as Dave Corzine comes in for
nobody yet. Tripucka is out and Thurl Bailey is in for Utah. Corzine doesn't get in the game. Paxson brings it up for the Bulls, who need a hoop to cut it to 1. Paxson turning on the dribble, works right around the Granville Waiters pick. Paxson a standing dribble at the 3-point stripe, off to the right, 10 to shoot. Michael Jordan left of the circle, 18-footer, good. Michael Jordan with 17. Bulls down by a point. Ricky Green with the ball outside left. He's guarded by Paxson. Green's long outside jumper, short on the rim, and Charles Oakley the rebound inside of Malone. He hands to Paxson. Pax pushes it up. A hoop gives the Bulls the lead. Pax off to the left. Standing dribble against Green. Looks low for Curitan. Top of the circle. He plays to Oakley. Alley-oop to Jordan for the dunk. Michael Jordan went back door and got the lob pass from Oakley in a 2-hand jam.
Perfect timing on that play, too. They've missed that several times.
51-50. Bulls up by 1. Outside left is Green. Back into Thurl Bailey. Turnaround shot left baseline. Missed. Rebound Hansen. Follow-up shot. Rimming no. Rebound Thurl Bailey. He lays it in. Man, they horse the boards with those big people. 52-51. Paxson with a hook pass into Curitan, low right, and a blocking foul on Thurl Bailey, who tried to fall backwards and get an offensive foul called on Earl Curitan. Evidently his acting cost him the call.
Yeah, what he tried to do, Jim, was get up so close to him that as soon as he made the move, it'd be called an offensive foul, but it didn't work out that way.
Corzine comes in and takes the inbounds pass. Curitan has it top of the key. Corzine is in, Waiters is out. Here's a ball kicked by Utah, and Green's got a breakaway layup. But he threw it, and John Paxson takes it out of there. That's got to be a kicking violation.
I thought it was a kicking violation, but Curitan's hustled down there.
Paxson's 20-footer, no good on the left wing, and Mark Eaton the rebound. Jordan pops it away, but right here. John Paxson was already releasing back to cover defensively, or he'd have had that long poke away. Bobby Hansen to inbound. Utah with a lead by 1. 7:55 left in the third. Ricky Green straight up dribble off to the left, guarded by Paxson. Karl Malone on the drive down the lane, lays it up. Nope, got a blocking foul on Dave Corzine, and Malone shoots two. Oakley went for the steal of the pass to Malone at the top of the key, didn't get it. And Karl Malone took it down the lane.
Dave wasn't going to make sure he put the arm in there. He ducked his head down. He didn't want to hear that ball resounding off his ear.
You're going to give up your body to get the charge call in this league. Can't do it and flinch at the same time. Malone misses the first of 2 free throws. He has 15 points tonight. Second shot by Malone. That's in. Utah leads it by 2. John Paxson calls a play as he brings it up. Outside left is Charles Oakley. Left corner is Paxson. On off the ball, we get a foul on Malone. Karl Malone with his second, guarding Oakley. 3 team fouls on Utah. Oakley looks to bring it in. Oak lobs it into Corzine. Kiriton has it out between the circles. Left side, Jordan. Michael on the drive around. Eaton scoop layup is in. Michael Jordan with 21, and the Bulls have tied it at 53.
Oh, he just walked in bound, didn't he? No.
No, he didn't touch it.
That's right.
He just dropped it, and Ricky Green had to come back and get the ball. Green outside to the left, guarded by Paxson. Utah trying to go back in front. Karl Malone, top of the key underneath Hansen, lays it up, no good. Got a foul on Michael Jordan from behind. Michael Jordan with his second foul, and Bob Hansen shoots 2.
Boy, that was a good pass by Malone. The big man gets always hollered about not being a good passer. He just got it and just fired it down low as Hansen had the inside. Michael drew the foul. Hansen will be in the line for 2 automatics.
That's right. 94% from the line. Hit his only attempt in the first half. Scored 12 points and hits the free throw here. 54-53. Michael Jordan, who had the tough defensive assignment last night against Dale Ellis. You know, that's where the Bulls are really hurting right now without Elston Turner.
Yep.
They don't have that big guard who can come in and play somebody when they're on fire.
The silencer, right?
Yeah. And so Michael has to draw that assignment, and that takes away his offensive end. Here's Paxson off to the right, backs it out, guarded by Green. Hook pass inside, Green a deflection. The ball out of bounds. It belongs to the Bulls after this Utah timeout. 6:56 left to go in the third. Jazz in front, 55-53 on the Bulls Basketball Network.
America First, the designated credit union of our Utah Jazz. America First Credit Union. It's a smart move.
Jimmy, we got a battery going out somewhere. My headset's all distorted.
You want to try the spare?
No, as long as it sounds all right on the air. If it's only in my ears. Yeah. No, it's distorted. Doesn't matter whether I talk or you talk, Jimbo. Okay. Watch the Blackhawks on Sports Vision tomorrow at 8:30 when the Hawks try to extinguish the Calgary Flames on Sports Vision, Chicago's exclusive Blackhawks outlet. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the Bulls Basketball Network. In overtime tonight, Detroit defeats New Jersey 107-106. Philadelphia over Milwaukee, also in overtime, 115-110. And Boston beat Denver 119-113. And here, Michael Jordan and the Bulls trail by 2. The Bulls to inbound baseline right. Jordan lobs it into Oakley. Charles on the dribble off to the left. Stockton, who's on, chasing him on the dribble. Oakley shoots the outside jumper in and out, and Karl Malone, the rebound, fell down. John Stockton has it and brings it up on the dribble. Jordan chases him out to the left. Stockton has picked it up. Stockton way out to the left, gives to Bailey wide left. Shot clock at 13. Bailey now to Stockton down the lane, scoops to Eaton, he travels. Traveling on Mark Eaton.
Well, Michael was trying to stay up with Stockton. Stockton kept running around. It looked like Michael banged into somebody. Hope he didn't come up with a bruise. Yeah, he's sort of.
Michael is limping in the Bulls front court. Paxson with a ball off to the left side. Paxson feeds it to Jordan, low left against Hansen. Shot clock at 11. Michael lean in, jump, banked in. Jordan hit the shot. He's got 23. The game tied at 55.
Well, he leaned to the side and then leaned in at the same time. Oh, boy.
6:10 left in the third. Bulls hanging tough in Salt Lake. Well-rested Utah team. Bobby Hansen in the left corner. Wide left is Stockton. Bounce pass to Bailey in the lane. Left-hand hook. Tip stop, Mark Eaton. First field goal of the game for Eaton. First 2 points for him. Puts Utah up by 2. Michael Jordan right side, out front Paxson. Paxson the move right of the key. Turns in a dribble and feeds it left to Charles Oakley. 10 on the shot clock. Here's a pass into Jordan. It's deflected. Jordan gets it, 6 to shoot. Michael against Bob Hansen, 4 on the clock. And Jordan is fouled on the turnaround move from the left. There's a foul on. John Stockton reached in and picked up the personal foul, his first, 4th team foul, and Michael Jordan to shoot 2.
They were running out of time that time, and right in front of the Bulls bench, everybody hollering, get it up. Michael was on his way to get it up. Stockton did reach in. Hansen did a pretty good job until Michael was in the air.
Jordan pushes the free throw, good. 24 points for Jordan in the game, 9 in the third quarter. Utah's lead is 1.
This is a strange game, too, because Michael, it's only his first trip to the line. The other time he was there was a technical.
That's right. Second shot by Jordan, that's in. Jordan with 25. Tie ball game. Bob Hansen on the drive across the lane. Feeds it left to Karl Malone. Hansen between the circles. Hands to Stockton. He dribbles left against Paxson. John Stockton outside of the left standing dribble. 10 to shoot. Karl Malone head of the circle. Right side Hansen. Pop out shot is in. Hansen hits the jumper out right of the key. 16 points for Hansen. Paxson in the front court. Right corner is Curitin. Paxson gives to Corzine, top of the circle. Corzine on the walk to the left. Bounce pass into Jordan. Michael spins, turnaround shot on Hansen. Nope, and cleared out of the air by Karl Malone. Malone outlets to Stockton. Stockton into the front court. Dishes for Malone for the dunk.
Malone came all the way from rebounding that ball, trailing. They held the ball up, and Malone came down and just gave it a total slam.
61-57, Utah by 4. This could be the game right here. Corzine's 20-footer, good from the top of the key. Dave Corzine quickly silences the crowd. It's a 2-point Utah lead. Stockton out to the left, dancing on the dribble, down the lane to Hansen. Lean in, shot won't go, and Eaton tapped it in. Mark Eaton with 4. John Paxson right back for the Bulls, left of the key. Outside Corzine, he takes it to the right. Back out to Paxson, left corner Oakley. Charles comes up shooting way short. Eaton clears it to Stockton. Utah pushes it up. Stockton to Hansen, in on Jordan. Lean in shot blocked by Curitin. Charles Oakley comes away with the ball. Bulls back in the front court. Jordan down the lane, feeds Oakley in deep. Another shot blocked by Eaton. Scored by Stockton. Ahead to Malone. He's got a gimme. Timeout Chicago with 3:49 left in the third. 65-59 Utah on the Bulls Network. Eight by Eaton. What about WMAQ? Yeah, we used one already. Got to use another one now? All right. Utah has the biggest lead of the game at 6, 65-59, and they have done it on the break tonight. So the Bulls with their work cut out for them. Charles Oakley has made Mark Eaton's living tonight. Oakley continues to try to go in on Eaton and continues to get blocked. Full court pressure by Utah. The inbounds comes to Kiritin in the front court. He feeds Corzine off to the right. 15-footer by Corzine, ribbing over the top and out of bounds. Utah with the ball. Quick shot. Bulls with Kiritin, Mike Brown, Corzine, Jordan, and Paxson. Utah in the front court. Malone has it off to the right. Gives it up to Thurl Bailey, top of the key. Wide left, Daryl Griffith, who's on. Eaton low left against Corzine. Griffith has it now, turns left of the lane, in the lane. Jordan strips the ball from him, Paxson out with a loose ball. Johnny Pax beats Michael, in from the right. Jordan is fouled going to the hoop. Stockton or Bailey. Thurl Bailey gets hit with a personal foul. Bailey with his second, and Michael Jordan shoots two.
Pax sees him coming on the outside wing, so he just flips it off. Michael comes through. Bailey hits him on the side. Stockton stepped in front of him, but Thurl Bailey with the foul. Jimmy, there's 4 guys in the league that wear those aviator glasses for their eyes. Moses Malone, Thurl Bailey, Jabbar, and Jabbar's teammate, James Worthy.
James Worthy, 2 shots for Michael Jordan, former teammate of Worthy, and Michael drills the free throw. 26 points for Jordan. Utah's lead is 5 with 3:22 left in the third. Second shot on the way, rimming.
Oh, he touched it on the rim.
Rim by Malone. No call, and Utah takes it back up court. Daryl Griffith in from the right, scoop shot and a foul call.
Boy.
If we ever had a replay, it'd be time to get one on that last free throw by Jordan. Jordan with the foul is third. Michael's last free throw danced all over the rim and was raked off by Malone.
That's really not the one we were looking for on the replay. That's the foul on Jordan, but it looked like it was taken right off the rim, and you just cannot do that.
Daryl Griffith has his first point of the game as he drills the free throw attempt. Utah by 6 with 3:16 left. Second one, 7-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for Utah. Bulls have it in play to Paxson. Pax on the dribble in the backcourt. Against the trap, jump pass ahead to Mike Brown. Brown out to the left, back to Paxson. Now Jordan has it out front, shot clock at 14. Here's Eaton standing in the lane. Eaton standing in the lane. Eaton standing in the lane. Out to the left is Jordan, 6 to shoot. Eaton clears, Jordan drives, reverse layup, got it.
Nobody's guarding Corzine at the top of the key.
28 points for Jordan, it's a 5-point game. Stockton on the walk off to the left against Paxson. Stockton is standing dribble. Works right around a Malone screen. Got a blocking foul on Paxson as Stockton came across. Paxson with his 4th foul. Bulls are over the limit and John Stockton on the free throw line.
Michael Jordan on the side. He went right around Daryl. Where did Daryl Griffith go? And the tongue was hanging and flashing. That ball went up. Oh, little fingers came and drew it right back in the hole.
Steve Coulter back replacing Paxson for the Bulls, and Stockton knocks the free throw in. Stockton with 5 points in the game. 68-62 Utah. Second shot also in. Utah has equaled its largest lead at 7. Kiritin against the press, comes into Coulter. They trap him. Kiritin up court to Jordan. Michael Jordan brings it up in the front court. Jordan off to the left, pressured by Daryl Griffith. Shot clock at 12.
Get out, Earl, get out.
Kiritin came into the post down low. Now he clears with Bailey. Michael in from the left. They knocked it away from him. Malone the steal. A pop outlet pass to Griffith. John Stockton up the middle. Now to Griffith down the lane. He goes in deep. Scoops to Bailey. He laid it in. Bailey has 8. Utah by 9. 2 minutes left in the third. Steve Coulter calling a play for the Bulls off to the left against Stockton. Coulter with 12 on the shot clock. Corzine out front. 8 to shoot. Right side Kiritin. Kiritin to Jordan. Michael with 3 on the clock against Griffith. Jordan in the lane. Fadeaway jump. Rimming. No. Tip try won't go. And Eaton lost it out of bounds. Out of bounds to Utah.
Michael getting tired.
He held a fist in the air, and Doug Collins gets Pete Myers up. Stockton in the Utah front court. 1:33 left in the third. They have opened up a 9-point lead. Kent Benson ready to come for the Jazz. Out high, Bailey. Back to the hoop. 10 to shoot. Dribbles off to the right side. Guarded by Curitan. 5 on the clock. Stockton way off to the right against Jordan. Dishes for Bailey. Right corner shot missed. Rebound. Corzine corrals it. Corzine off to Coulter. Steve Coulter in the front court. 1:10 left in the third. Coulter outside left underneath Curitan. Reach back shot. Pinned on the glass by Bailey. Stockton into the front court. Right corner shot, Darrell Griffith, good. 73-62, Utah by 11. Bulls take a 20. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Michael Jordan will come out. Pete Myers will come in.
Well, we got a chance, Jim. Let's just remind the people down there in Elkhart, Indiana, that the Bulls and WCMR Radio would like to invite all the Bull fans to Bulls Night at Gooby's Restaurant in Elkhart, Indiana from 6 to 7. Dave Rosengard, the Bulls Vice President of Marketing and Broadcasting, will be there, and Billy McKinney, who has got some tales to tell about this Bulls team and about his career in the NBA. A good outlook by Billy, who's a special assignments scout. He'll be there to discuss the Bulls. That's WCMR Chicago Bulls Night at Gooby's Restaurant from 6 to 7 o'clock tomorrow at Elkhart, Indiana.
And of course, Sunday mornings at 10, you can talk NBA basketball with Doug Collins on the Doug Collins Show at 10 a.m. Sunday mornings on WMAQ. Curitan will inbound with 19 on the shot clock.
This is a ton to be behind all of a sudden in this game.
Especially when you've been out on the road for so long. Inbounds pass to Steve Coulter, pressured by Stockton. Coulter gets double teamed, dribbles out. Pete Myers has it to the right. Down low right is Curitan. He's doubled up. Pete Myers in from the right, lays it up. No tip stuff. Mike Brown, no basket. A foul was called on Myers' drive. It's on Karl Malone, and Pete Myers has a chance at his first big league point as he goes to the free throw line for the first time in the NBA.
Good drive. He went by Darrell Griffith. Kent Benson in hard to the hoop and got whacked by Karl Malone.
About the only lively body that the Bulls have right now. Myers' free throw is it. So he's got his first big league point. 10-point lead for Utah with 39 seconds left, third quarter. Myers again. That's in. The lead is 9. They get it in play to Stockton. Stockton pressured by Coulter in the backcourt, and a blocking foul called on Steve Coulter. That's his third, and Stockton to the line to shoot 2. 37 seconds left.
We want to trade fouls with this club, especially when you got Hansen or Stockton hanging at the free throw line.
Stockton hits the free throw. He's got 7 points in the game, and his average is 7.4. Deep, talented. Bailey the rebound and dunk after his miss on the next one. 76-64. Mike Brown against the press. Throws it up for grabs. Curitan has it in the front court. Feeds Corzine in for the right, and Dave lays it in. So the Bulls, after a fashion, beat the pressure, cut it to 10 with 25 seconds left. Outside on the walking dribble is Stockton to eat up some clock. 14 to shoot, 3 difference. Stockton leans over the dribble out into the center circle. 7 to shoot. Stockton against Coulter. Right side, Darrell Griffith in the lane. Scoops for Benson. Threw it off his legs. Benson digs it out, lays it up, block. 3-second call. 24-second violation. That's the call. Bulls have it. 3 seconds left. Utah applying the press. Well, this would be something if the Bulls could score in the final 3 seconds here. Mike Brown looking to bring it in. He comes in to Curitan. 1 second. Curitan into the front court, dribbled it out before he got the shot away. Utah with a solid 10-point lead after 3, 76-66. We'll be back with a fourth quarter after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Each contestant gets 1 complete spin of the Larry Thriller wheel, and they shoot for the prize with a wheel stop. If it lands on one of the Larry Thriller dealerships, and then with the use of a car from one of those dealerships, and shoot for the top of the key. God bless you. And it is 42. 4. A good pass
Oh, thanks, Mark. Sports Vision's package of 50 college basketball games starts tomorrow at 6:30 when Notre Dame hosts Cornell. College basketball on Sports Vision, including Purdue, Northern, and UIC. On Sports Vision, Chicago's winners on cable. Utah with Eaton, Benson, Bailey, Stockton, and Griffin. The Bulls have Mike Brown, Dave Corzine, Charles Oakley, Steve Coulter, and Pete Myers. Utah with the ball and a 10-point lead. Utah hasn't played. The Bulls full court pressure. They beat it easily. Benson's shot from the left baseline missed. Loose ball foul. Eaton over the back of Corzine. Second foul on Mark Eaton.
Foul committed by Mark Eaton. He picks up his second personal first Jazz team foul.
Steve Coulter brings it up for the Bulls. Coulter outside left. Gives to Oakley wide left, guarded by Benson. 13 on the shot clock. Corzine out front. Eaton picks him up. Left side, Pete Myers. Myers at the foul line. Fires it up under pressure. Almost hit the shot. Got bumped on the shot. No call. Utah comes down Stockton. Feeds it left to Bailey. He lays it in. Thurl Bailey has 12, and Utah leads by 12. Steve Coulter in the Bulls front court. Corzine top of the circle. Swings it left to Oakley. Coulter out front, steps foul line, gives to Corzine. His 18-footer, rimming no. Tip try Oakley, no. Griffith the rebound. On the drive, Stockton. Off to Griffith, right baseline. He fires, it's around and out. Dave Corzine the rebound, ahead to Oakley. Charles in the front court, traveled, no call. Steve Coulter out front on the walk. 10:50 for the game. Coulter left side, guarded by Stockton. 8 to shoot. 5 on the clock. 4 on the clock. 3 on the clock. Pete Myers, 1 on the clock. Nobody shoots it, and Utah.
Nobody tells him either. Nobody tells him. You got to let the man know that it's running down.
Michael Jordan ready to come back for the Bulls. Stockton walks it up for Utah. 10.5 minutes left. Stockton on the walk to the right, gives to Bailey wide right. Bailey guarded by Mike Brown. Benson out front, over the top Eaton. Eaton lost it. Corzine trying to dig it out, and a jump ball is called. Pete Myers deflected the ball away. Michael Jordan is coming in. Pete Myers going out. Pete got his first big league.
Nope.
No, it's Coulter. Myers and Jordan will stay. Gotta like that. Two lively bodies on the floor. Two guys who can come put good defensive pressure on. Eaton tips. Call. Joe Crawford. Go up again. Quick tip. How can you quick tip if you're 7?
Well, Dave hit it before it got to Eaton's nose. Corzine got it before it got to Eaton's nose.
You can't even see Salvatore. Now it tips it after it comes down, and Eaton ends up with it. Stockton on the dribble to the left. Michael Jordan guarding him. 14 to shoot. 10 minutes left just about. Off the ball, we got a foul called.
Good play by Pete Myers.
Took the charge on Thurl Bailey.
Right.
Bailey with his third foul. Pete Myers takes the charge, forces the turnover.
That's right. That's what we were talking about. Somebody take this step in front of somebody and take that foul.
Now Stockton trying to do it to Myers. Myers pressured in the backcourt. Brings it across. Pete Myers with 13 to shoot on the walk to the left. Myers with 8 on the clock has picked it up. 6 to shoot. Corzine, bounce pass under to Oakley. Charles Oakley is fouled as he tried to get a shot up on Benson.
Clock almost ran again, and nobody's talking to him out there. Nobody's telling him. I got too many guys sitting on the bench idle.
Charles Oakley to shoot 2.
Oakley shooting 2.
Charles with 11 first half points. He was 3 for 4 free throwing in the first half. 9:44 remaining in the game. Oakley's free throw, good. 78-67.
Break that score down. Maybe we're going to go from here, Jimmy.
Well, last night it was an improbable win of Seattle. Second free throw is in. It's a 10-point Utah lead. Stockton pushes it up on the drive. Nearly carried the ball. Griffith swings it into the right corner to Bailey. Over the top, Eaton. Left-hand hook missed. Rebound fight. Corzine clears it. Out to Jordan. Michael Jordan slows to a walk and brings it up. A hoop cuts it to 8. 9:22 left. They got Malone at the scorer's table. Oakley over the top. Michael Jordan inside. He is fouled, and Jordan shoots 2. Foul on Darrell Griffith. It's his second. Karl Malone returns. Kent Benson out. 3 team fouls on Utah.
He just threw it right over the top of his head. Charles caught him not looking, and the foul was by Griffith.
I guess. Didn't look like there was any contact on that TV screen. Michael Jordan gets ready with the first of 2. Hits the free throw. Michael with 29 points in the game. 5 of 6 free throwing. With all the free throws, the big crowd quiet. Jordan again rimming. Good. 30 for Michael. 78-70. Stockton in the Utah front court. Outside left Griffith. 20-footer left corner. Missing. Eaton the rebound. Lost it out of bounds. Mark Eaton had a gimme. Just dropped it out of bounds. The Bulls have a chance to cut it to 6.
Boy, Darrell Griffith shoots that ball so high, that rebound so high, and there's the man all alone.
Here's Pete Myers in the Bulls front court. Myers on the drive, in from the right, scoops the shot. Offensive foul called on Pete Myers making his drive.
Oh, big turnover.
Second foul on Myers.
Yeah, that was a big turnover.
What do you do, clear out with a free arm?
Yeah.
John Stockton controlling for the Jazz outside to the left. Stockton a standing dribble. Shot clock at 14. Stockton at the foul line. Right corner shot, Griffith. Got it. Griffith drilled one from Ogden, and it's 80-70. 10-point lead for Utah. Myers in the front court. Pete Myers calling a play. He missed Michael Jordan on the right side. Dribbles left, gives to Corzine in the left corner. 10 to shoot. Corzine holding left, now to Jordan. Michael right of the lane to the hoop. Jammed it with the right hand. Michael Jordan with 32. The Bulls stay within 8. Tomahawk dunk by Jordan, but the Bulls really got to dig in defensively.
Yes, they do.
They've got to turn it in
sir.
like they did at Seattle last night. Stockton outside left, guarded by Jordan. 12 on the shot clock.
That's the screen by Malone. Oh.
Stockton still in the dribble, 8 to shoot. Eaton has it left to the lane. Inside Griffith, tipped away, but a foul called.
Pete Myers following him across the lane, and now John Paxson's going to come in for Pete.
Third foul on Pete Myers. He leaves the game, as Johnny mentioned, with Paxson on. Myers reaching in over Griffith.
Almost had the block, too.
It's only the first team foul. Karl Malone will inbound the ball for Utah. 7:54 left. He comes into Stockton. Down the lane, Malone goes baseline right, turnaround shot, wild. Ball loose and picked up by Corzine off the deck. John Paxson brings it up. Pax angles left, left corner Oakley. Charles with a fake, traveled, no call. Oakley on the dribble against Malone, who's laughing. Oakley's shot, bank no, and the rebound, Thurl Bailey. Off to Stockton. Up court, he plays it to Griffith. Inside scoop shot won't go. Tipped in. Stockton's tip is missed. Michael Jordan brings it back.
He took one look.
A hoop cuts it to 6. Paxson comes to get the ball out front. 14 to shoot. Kerry Scurry ready to come back for Utah. Paxson right of the lane, 18-footer, bank no good. Eaton the rebound, tipped away to Paxson though. Bulls keep it. Pax gives it to Jordan. Michael in deep. Knocked both hands on Mark Eaton. 34 for Jordan. It's a 6-point game. Two-hand jam up over Mount Eaton.
Oh boy, that'll make you take a timeout in a hurry, won't it?
And that's what Frank Layton does with 6:59 left. 80-74 Utah. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network.
No one picked tonight's halftime score. So we have a random drawing.
Let's have that replay. Coming back. That dunk on Eaton. Show it over and over again. Man.
People would kill for these little basketball. They weren't a shit. All out of their seats.
The Bulls return from this road trip to take on Alex English and the Denver Nuggets on Tuesday at 7:30. And as a bonus, the first 10,000 fans receive a Bulls pennant, compliments of J.B. Robinson. On Saturday, the Bucks are in. 10,000 fans receive a free cup courtesy of Halo Advertising. Tickets at the stadium, Ticketron, or charge by phone. Call 853-3636. Michael Jordan jammed both hands on Mark Eaton.
He started off the first quarter, he went on him. Now he comes down and Eaton is just waiting for him. But what's he going to do? Well, Michael just says, I'm going two double-handed jam. The tongue is wagging and
up, and over. Utah in the front court with a 6-point lead. Stockton off to the left against Paxson. Stockton gives to Griffith in the left corner, guarded by Jordan. Griffith with a fake, dishes for Malone. His shot blocked, foul called. Corzine made the block and got hit with the foul. That's his second.
A dish off underneath, and then Malone gets it. Michael came to try to tomahawk it out, but Corzine gets the foul. And field goal shooting, Jim, so far, the Jazz are 2 out of 9 in this quarter for 22%. The Bulls not that much better.
Malone pushes the free throw. Rimming no. He's 2 for 5 from the line and scored 20 points tonight. His season high is 24. His average is a shade over 17. The second attempt is in. Utah with a 7-point lead. They've got the press on. Pax in the backcourt off to Mike Brown. Up court to Oakley. Charles Oakley in the front court. Now to Jordan. Michael down the lane. Dishes for Oakley. Left hand dunk this time on Eaton. Well, Charles won't quit, will he?
Oh, Michael drew everything to him after that last spectacular.
Now the Bulls have cut it to 5. Remember, they were down by 12. Stockton off to the left. Malone has it top of the key. 12 on the clock. Off to the right is Scurry. Griffith has it right of the circle. Wide right, Scurry. Low right is Eaton. His hook with a right hand is in. Eaton with 6. 83-76. 6 minutes and 7 seconds left. John Paxson, right side, standing dribble against John Stockton. Paxson with 12 on the clock has picked it up. Corzine right back to Paxson. Into Jordan, low right, double teamed, and a reach-in foul on Darrell Griffith. That's his third. 14 fouls on Utah.
Playing a little one-on-one, he and Pax. He's got the ball now. They drop back. Stockton drops back and got him on his hand to loosen to free the ball up.
Oakley inbounds to Jordan. Michael spins in from the right. Reverse layup is in. Michael Jordan with 36. The Bulls within 5 with 5:45 left. Stockton out to the left side, guarded by Paxson. Stockton a standing dribble outside left. Shot clock at 13. Griffith 20-footer, head of the key, in and out. Rebound Eaton, they keep it. Griffith down the lane.
Came from nowhere.
Griffith with 8. Utah keeps the 7-point lead. Bulls really needing to get on the boards. Paxson outside, coming left against Stockton.
Dave Corzine has it out between the rings, 10 to shoot, back left to Paxson, low left Jordan. Michael's turnaround shot, rimming, no, tip Brown is in. Mike Brown on the tip in his first 2 points tonight. 85-80. 5 minutes for the game. 5-point game with 5 minutes left. Stockton outside left against Paxson. Stockton with 14 to shoot. On the dribble to the top of the key, right corner, Griffith steps in, behind the back to Eaton, dug away by Jordan, and Oakley and Eaton are tied up. Big height advantage to Utah as Thurl Bailey replaces Kerry Scurry. Scurry not a factor in this game tonight.
Well, if you want to take a shot, you might want to take a shot at stealing. They're going to take a timeout, I believe.
To try to defense this tip, because Mark Eaton at 7-3 will tap the ball. Timeout, 4:45 left. Back after these messages. It's 85-80 Utah on the Bulls Network.
Yeah. I'm just starting to write it down. You tell me. Yeah, I know. Who's had a good game? Who's had a good game for the Bullies?
Number 23. Don't forget, Bulls fans, that tickets are available at the stadium, Ticketron, or you can charge by phone by calling 853-3636. You can buy tickets to all Bulls home games. Friday night from Phoenix, WMAQ and Sports Vision simulcast at 8:30 Chicago time. 8:10 radio broadcast with Jerry Cook's pregame show. The Bulls, who have never quit all year, and this their 15th game, aren't quitting tonight against a big, tough, talented Utah team that's been sitting and waiting since Saturday. They have battled them down to a 5-point game with 4:45 left. Eaton to go up against Charles Oakley. Joe Crawford will toss and then clear the area. And Eaton tips to Stockton. And here's a pass stolen by Michael Jordan. Jordan on the drive, in for the right side, to the hoop, lays it up and in. Michael Jordan with 38. It's a 3-point game with 4.5 minutes left to go. Stockton outside left, guarded by Paxson. Stockton on the drive, dumps the ball to Malone. Right corner, Griffith. Jordan covers. Bounce pass stolen by Jordan. Michael Jordan on the drive. In on Stockton. Takes it inside, lays it up. No, and a foul on Stockton. Stockton with his second. Michael Jordan with 2 steals the last 2 trips. And on the free throw line is Michael Jordan to shoot 2.
He didn't want to take the offensive foul, but he jumped up, rolled that finger roll up off their glass. It caught around and fell up, but what a steal. He comes up with a steal off of the jump ball, and now another pass here by Griffith. He beats him in a foot race. Finally gets his hand on the ball. He's got Stockton backpedaling, and he laid it up and drew the foul.
Utah makes changes. Ricky Green back in. Free throw good by Jordan. They also have Bobby Hansen back. Frank Layden jerks that guard line and gets a new one on the floor.
And they've gone
Jordan
big.
shooting for 40.
They're big up front, too.
Oh, man, yeah. This would be 4 games in a row if Michael hits it. He's had 40 or more. He rims it in. 40 for Jordan. It's 85-84. The Bulls, who were down 12, have cut it to 1. 4:12 left. Ricky Green off to the left, standing dribble against Paxson. Shot clock at 15. Out front, Thurl Bailey, guarded by Mike Brown. Over the top, they play it to Malone. Back to Green. There's Jordan, another steal. Michael, a breakaway. Yeah! 42 for Jordan, and the Bulls have the lead. 3 steals in a row by Michael Jordan. Ricky Green in the Utah front court. Outside to the left, pressured by Paxson. Green at the top of the key. Takes it off to the right. Lobs for Eaton, down low right. Back to Green, 20-footer. Good, top of the key.
Ricky Green with 8, and Utah by 1 with 3.5 minutes left. John Paxson in the Bulls front court, off to the left, guarded by Green. 15 to shoot. It's a whistle. Timeout taken by the Bulls. Doug Collins wants to talk about it. Timeout with 3:22 left. Utah nursing a 1-point lead. 87-86. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network.
Joe, what's the timeouts, Joe?
How many you got, Mark? How many timeouts? They have a 20. $14 in this quarter, 42 in the game. 3 steals in a row. Well, along with our producer-director, Jim Angio in the truck, Tom Schnecke, our audio supervisor, Jim Durham and Johnny Kerr here in the Salt Palace in Salt Lake City, where Michael Jordan has led the Bulls back into the game. It's a 1-point Utah lead with 3:22 left. Jordan with 14 points in the fourth quarter.
I don't want to hear anybody say anything about one-dimensional ball players. Somebody mentioned that. Michael, he doesn't like to hear that. He doesn't feel that that's all he does. I said he might be the best defensive player in the league, and he's shown it here tonight.
He's an outstanding defensive player. Oakley looks to inbound, comes into Paxson, 14 to shoot. Corzine has it out between the circles. Shot clock at 10. Corzine on the dribble, off to the right, 6 to shoot. Jordan has it, 5 on the clock. Jordan with 3 on the clock, 2 on the clock. Michael with a long jumper, right wing, in and out. Rebound Eaton. Up court to Ricky Green. Green ahead on the break to Thurl Bailey. Dug out by Mike Brown. Big steal by Mike Brown. Here's John Paxson coming back for the Bulls. Oakley has it to the right side. Charles Oakley to Corzine. Now left to Jordan. Michael in deep. Scoops for Brown. He goes for the shot. Got fouled. No call. Utah back the other way. Ricky Green, 20-footer on the left side. Rimming high. Rebound knocked around. Hansen tips it in. No basket. Loose ball foul on Dave Corzine.
Well, Cor had the inside. That shot went straight back up in the air. Corzine gets the foul. Looked like he had the inside.
2:37 left. Utah by 1. Malone inbounding to Bailey. Way outside left is Ricky Green. Paxson guards him. Shot clock is at 15. Thurl Bailey out front against Brown. Right corner Hansen. 8 to shoot. Low right Eaton. Return feed to Hansen. He lays it up. No good. Charles Oakley the rebound. Off to Paxson. Again, the Bulls can get the lead with 2:13 left. John Paxson in the front court. Angles left against Ricky Green. Paxson outside. Jump pass into Jordan. Tipped away by Green. Stolen by Hansen. Utah coming back on the break. Down the lane. Bailey missed the dunk. Rebound. A foul was called on the shot by Thurl Bailey. It's on Dave Corzine.
Corzine's fourth. They try to get the ball down in. Sure-handed Johnny Paxson, but a hand up by Green gets it to him. And now on the other end, Bailey went in for the slam, but Corzine hits him across the wrist, puts him to the foul line. 1:59 to go. The Bulls trail by 1, and boy, they've had a chance, Jimmy, to take that lead.
And about 3 chances. Bailey, 12 points in the game, hit both attempts in the first half. And hits this one. Utah by 2. 88-86. Boy, it'd be a shame for the Bulls to come so far and not get this one. Bailey again. That's in. Utah by 3. It's called. What is the call?
Well, he wants to wipe up a spot out there, something that's been thrown down on the floor.
Bennett Salvatore wanted the boy with a towel to come out and wipe it up. It looks like something else, an object of some
Like
kind.
somebody threw something down on the floor. It splattered, Jim. Ice or...
1 tick inside of 2 minutes left. Utah by 3. What else is new, huh? Another tight ball game with the Bulls. Paxson in the front court against Ricky Green. Paxson right side Jordan. Michael against Hansen. 12 to shoot. Jordan turnaround reload jumper. Tip won't go. Eaton the rebound knocked away. Jordan the steal. What's the call?
On Oakley, I believe.
A foul on Charles Oakley, his third.
Michael double pumped the ball. He might want to just take that one straight up. Charles kept it alive. Reaching in and knock it away. Charles got the foul, and Eaton. Oh, they're going to put Hansen on a free throw line. Eaton's supposed to be on the foul line.
Mark Eaton here. And finally, the officials say, let's get Eaton over here.
Boy, they want to hide him, don't they?
Boy, every time the Bulls have gone inside tonight, they've been Eaton. Eaton has really owned it down low with a number of blocked shots. You got to have about 8 or 10 in the game. He's a 64% free thrower. He's on the line for the first time tonight. And he hits the left-handed effort, and Utah now has a 4-point lead with 1:41 left.
Layden chewing that gum. Now you need a rebound here on a big miss.
There's the free throw. It's good. Utah by 5. Bulls push it up. Paxson in the front court. Need a hoop badly. Been a while since they've scored. Paxson off to the right. Gives to Jordan. Wide right. Long outside jumper. No good by Michael. Rebound to Hansen. Here they come on the break. Thurl Bailey in from the right side. Dishes for Hansen. He lays it in. Utah by 7. The Bulls take time. Minute 23 for the game. Timeout, Utah 93, the Bulls 86. Back after these messages on the Bulls Network. Eight in a row.
Oh, what is he going to do? I mean, what do you mean?
He can't get one till the game's over.
The guy standing behind me that's going to go get him, Jim. So, yeah, okay.
Utah Jazz have run off 8 in a row and have opened up a 7-point lead with 1:23 left after they had blown a 12-point lead. The Bulls who refuse to quit.
Oh, doctor.
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what. They may be coming home with a losing record on this 7-game road trip. That may happen. But over the long run, they've done a lot of growing up on this trip, and they have continued to show the kind of character that's going to help them over an 82-game schedule.
Well, they're playing a team that's 7-1 in this building. The only game they lost was, as you mentioned, to Atlanta.
Here's Paxson to inbound at the timeline. I mean, they have been blowing people out. Paxson comes to Jordan. It's 3-point time. Michael tries it from out front. Rimming, no! Tipped Oakley. It won't go. Ball on the deck. Still loose. Oakley down. Jordan down. And knocked out of bounds by Bailey with 1:14 left. The Bulls come in with a new shot clock.
Frank Layden ran out on the court trying to get their attention, yanked his coat off, started swinging it in the air.
He wants a 20. They don't get it called. Oakley trying to inbound. Comes into Jordan, and Hansen fouled him. Hansen with his third foul, and Michael Jordan shoots 2 with the clock dead. And now Utah takes its 20. Utah with 3 times out remaining. Frank Layden wanting to know what's going on. Why don't you guys look over here? I was trying to call the 20 before. Maybe that's why this team doesn't do very well on the road. They don't pay attention.
Oh, boy.
You know, you can have a lot of talent in the world, but if looking out for one another, they can struggle, and Utah has struggled away from this building. They haven't won a game.
Well, they've got a couple free throws now by Michael here with 1:13 left. He makes those. That could make it a, what, 7-point?
No, a 5. They keep changing the score. It should be 93-86.
Yeah, okay.
They had it up to 97 a moment ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It could be a 5-point game, and then you got a minute and 13, and the Bulls are at their best. As Doug said a couple times, we got them where we want them, but I don't know about this big team.
Michael Jordan pushes the free throw good. He's got 43 points in the game, 9 of 10 from the line. It's 93-87. Jordan with the next one. That's in. 93-88. Bulls full court pressure. Utah gets it in play to Ricky Green. Green on the dribble around Coulter. Green angles left. Jordan chases him. Ricky Green on the dribble. And Coulter took it away from him. Steve Coulter on the breakaway to the hoop is fouled.
Oh!
He is clobbered by Bobby Hansen. Hansen threw him into the basket support.
Oh, boy.
That ought to be the ball. Free throws and the ball. He just ripped him out of the sky. Hansen with his 4th foul.
Steve Coulter.
Boy, Steve Coulter is dazed.
Good steal. They double team him at half court, and as he turns his back, Coulter comes over and strips Ricky Green of the ball. Now, I don't think he quite had control of it, Jim, to get himself all the way in. He took one look, and Hansen was coming over, didn't want to give him the basket. He grabbed him and just threw him down. Oh, boy.
Steve Coulter on the line to shoot 2. Steve Coulter has taken his time. He really got ripped down by Hansen. Coulter in the game is 3 of 4 free throwing, all in the first half. We've got 102 left. If he hits these 2, it's a 3-point game. Now why do they want the ball? You can't leave. Bailey walked away after Coulter had the basketball. Now they give Coulter the ball. You can't leave the foul line area. Coulter's free throw is good. Now Bailey walking across the foul lane. Now coming back the other way as Tripucka comes in to replace Malone. 62 seconds left. It's a 4-point game.
Good free throw shooter in there in Tripucka now.
Coulter's second shot good. It's a 3-point game. 1:02 left. Bulls full court pressure. Utah gets it in play to Tripucka. They're still in the backcourt. Ricky Green a near travel. Green against Coulter.
Jump
He
ball.
gets tied up. Oh, Utah called time.
Oh.
Ricky Green was tied up in the backcourt, but Utah called time just before that.
What a great call. What a great call. And that's one way you can beat the clock, Jimmy, on a call like that. It looked like Steve Coulter had gone in and created a jump ball on that last series. The Bulls putting a couple points on.
55 seconds left, 93-90 Utah.
Oh, boy, they put a couple.
Hansen really ripped Coulter down. I thought that should be possession on that play. Did you, John?
Yeah, I mean, what he was trying to do was to make sure he didn't get the basket up, and he tried to catch him, but he really went into him awfully hard to put him on down. I know that the type of ball player that Hansen is, he's not the type of guy that would give you a flagrant foul to hurt you, but that one was a flagrant foul.
55 seconds left, 93-90 Utah, a 3-point lead.
Let's see if we can come back here on television a little bit and see what happened. They put some pressure on in the back. Tripucka over to Thurl Bailey and into Ricky Green. Now Coulter chases him one way and they come back. He's got him in the ball now. How can they call it? He calls it timeout. Boy,
He is now calling timeout. Ricky Green, as you saw in the replay, was barking timeout when he was already in the position of a jump ball. He was already being held. The ball was already being held by 2 Bulls players and Ricky Green when he barked timeout. You can read his lips on the TV replay.
Now the ball stays in the backcourt. They got 4 seconds to get it over. Is that right, Jimmy?
They've got 4 seconds to get it across his right. 18 on the shot clock. Three-quarter court.
Watch somebody going. Watch somebody breaking long.
Karl Malone will inbound. Malone looking. He comes into Hansen. 2 seconds. They do get it across to Thurl Bailey. He dumps it for Malone, and he missed the dunk, but a foul called. And Karl Malone on the line. The foul is on Corzine, his 5th.
That's 5 on Corzine, and that's one that you might want to take there. Bailey made the good play. He saw everybody coming. He flipped the ball up to Malone. Malone had to collect himself, and Dave got him across the wrist just enough so he couldn't slam that one down. And from the foul line tonight, I got him for 3 out of 5. Is that right, Jimmy?
I got him 3 out of 6, and he's a 56% free thrower on the year.
3 out of 6.
49 seconds left. Malone delivers. In. Utah by 4. 94-90.
Third man, Pax. You got to get out in front of Malone.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know if I would.
It's a tough one to take. Second shot by Malone. Short. Bulls get the ball on the side.
Oh, man, the wind must have been blowing in his face on that one.
Charles Oakley will inbound at three-quarter court. 49 seconds left. He comes into Paxson. Pax on the dribble, brings it across. A lob to Corzine off to the right. Now to Oakley, in from the left, and Charles laid it up. He's fouled by Malone. Karl Malone with his 4th, and Oakley shoots 2 with 42 seconds.